It's that time of year.
It is that time of year. All of our friends are heading out west. Do you know how many? Do you know how many? I was telling my wife.
Everybody I've talked to in the last 2 weeks on the phone at work. Are you guys going to EJS? Are you going to EJS? Oh, no.
It's not even that. It's hey, you want to come to EJS? I've gotten messages on Instagram from just people in the industry. Hey, you want to come to EJS and wheel with us? I'm like, yes, I do. But shoo bop bitty shoo bop bitty shoo bop bitty shoo.
I might have to make a cup of coffee after this first episode.
I set my water down, but it's right there. All right, bring us in, Tom. Or don't. You always
I think that's I don't know what the habit would be from, but it's just the think it through before you try and say it. That way you don't stumble over it.
Well, it's just, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Dirt Drive Podcast. This week, it is Tom and I that's what you do.
Yeah.
Sitting in his basement.
Yeah.
Back at home, finally.
In the studio, new layout.
New layout.
I don't know about you, but these chairs are pretty comfortable.
It's a new layout for the boys.
For the boys.
It's just the two boys.
Yeah.
The four boys layout is still over there.
Yeah.
This is just...
I mean, if I can find more, similar chairs, we may redo it, because...
Yeah, these are comfy wumpy, as the boys say.
Yeah. And it's not that the couch isn't comfy. I just feel like aesthetically, this is, better.
So what have you been up to, Tom? How's your life been? Busy?
Yeah, busy doesn't quite describe it. Shop's been just absolutely chaotic.
Slammed with personal stuff and customer stuff.
Mostly customer, honestly. Really, the only... Trevor's truck has really only been the today thing.
Has that made any progress?
Oh, yeah.
Is it leaving Monday?
We're trying to coordinate maybe some time tomorrow.
Oh.
For future pass people, but yeah, it's kids, family, transportation, time.
Yeah.
But no, motors together back in, from a major component standpoint, it's
there.
Exhaust manifolds, torque converter bolts, accessory drive, and then fire. And then
hopefully not a fire. Hopefully it starts.
Well, yeah. Well, fire, run the engine.
No, I get it.
And then put the front end back together.
Yeah.
So,
you guys had that thing torn down. I didn't expect the hood, the grill, the whole thing to be torn off.
The motor came out.
To the course. The whole motor came out?
Because it has we put a new oil pump in.
Oh, shit. I thought you just did a top end and frame.
No. We were going to, was the original plan, and then after it was gutted, it was oh shit, you can't get the oil pan down without lifting it, and we didn't have a lift open, so motor came out. Now, I will say, the nice thing is we're learning it on Trevor's truck.
Because now you have to do it on PJ's truck.
And we have a couple customers who are also now interested in doing the Diode deletes. So if you have
Is that for off-road use only, Tom?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know either.
It may be. I don't know. But if you have, I think it's the 2011 to 16.
I would say
5.3.
I thought that started in 2008 with that body style.
I forget. Maybe.
Because that's when
No, because there was a previous body style. There's the 07 is the body style between what Trevor and PJ have and what I have. There's
the 07.5 through 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ugly.
But I think
I thought that was the ugliest looking Silverado, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. The interiors are awful on them too. But the
guy that just bought my dad's camper, because my dad sold his camper, showed up in a Duramax, an OB7 Duramax.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah, brother.
The guy did great buying it. He showed up in his fire department hat, his job shirt, and an LB7 Duramax. I'm like, you're suckering my dad for money. You did a good job, though.
You did your research.
You did hell yeah.
Facebook stock. No, it's one of those.
That's not even. That's just a good tactic. If you're a fireman and you show up to any Facebook Marketplace sale,
I also
in your job shirt.
In my days at the fire department, I would sell stuff. I would meet people at the firehouse to sell stuff.
Oh yeah,
because then they don't haggle with you as much.
That's how I bought my winch. I bought that.
And you're more trustworthy.
Yeah, I bought the. It's not the. What's the winch that everyone uses? It's not worn. RC.
Rough Country?
No, not the Rough Country one.
Smitty build?
Smitty build. Yeah, the Smitty build RC 19
XRC.
XRC, yeah.
Yeah.
I bought that at the firehouse.
Yeah.
In my fire gear, and the guy's like, how about like 250? And I'm like, I've only got 150 cash. And he's like, oh, all right, you're a fireman. I'm like, yes, got it. Sold.
Yeah. Definitely a good tactic. But yeah, it's I forget what the generation is exactly, but if you have the cylinder shutdown, no, that's not going to work.
Yes, that doesn't work.
If you have the cylinder shutdown option in your Chevy or Dodge pickup.
Oh, I didn't know the Dodge did that.
It's a different style, but it's like a variable valve timing issue. If you have one of the trucks, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. We are now a Texas Speed dealer with the intention of basically using them for these kits.
Yeah.
So it basically deletes the cylinder shutdown on the Chevys. At least works by basically turning off.
Is it in the lifters? Yeah. Okay.
So there's 8 lifters that are normal roller lifters, and then the 8 DOD lifters or whatever you want to call them. And
are they electronically controlled to not lift?
Hydraulically controlled.
Hydraulically controlled.
Which is what the fail point is. They collapse, and that's similar to like the 360. You start getting the tick once they're fully collapsed, and they wipe your cam. But in Trevor's case, we got like he was kind of aware of it. It was like his check engine light came on, and he's like, "What's this code? It's making a noise now," and everyone was like, "Stop driving it." And it basically
Stop driving it now.
He basically like parked it for the night, drove it to the shop, and then it sat at the shop until we figured out what it was, and it was like, "Oh shit, we're rebuilding a 5.3."
Hey Trevor, time to spend some money.
Our joke all week has been we're LS swapping his truck.
Yeah, you're making it a true all time 8-cylinder LS. Yeah,
we took the LS out. We're putting the LS back in.
Yeah, I know, but they're like making it like an actual 8-cylinder all the time LS.
Yeah,
not like an occasional 4-cylinder LS.
So the irony of the whole situation is, it was already turned off.
Is that it's just through the computer?
Yeah.
I don't know if you could do that. You can't.
You can.
EPA, if you're listening, you're not.
Non-emissions county.
Yes, non-emissions. Mexico. We live in Mexico.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, when you do the cam change and the lifter change, you have to go in and change it. So I guess depending on where you live, it's off-road use only. But
not for California use. 48 state compliant.
Well, shit, you can't even I don't even know if you can buy that truck in California.
I think they did away with the California only vehicles after the Duramax. I don't know when the California only vehicles stopped.
Yeah, I would say it was probably mid-2000s thing.
Yeah. Yeah, they're all every vehicle is 50 state compliant now.
Yeah.
And thanks to SEMA,
it's going to stay that way.
It's going to stay that way.
So far so good.
So far so good. They're making really good progress.
Yeah, I've been following.
I know it's been in the House and it passed the House and now it's in the Senate.
Okay.
I don't know. I would need to check. It would make sense that I check now that I have my computer open, but that's not what this episode is about, Tom.
No, but there will be a link in the bottom if you guys want to follow along and sign up for the SEMA PRI and SEMA Plus. Use code DirtDrive. All that fun stuff.
Yeah.
But
what is this episode about, Tom?
It's that time of year.
It is that time of year. All of our friends are heading out west. Do you know how many? Do you know how many? I was telling my wife.
Everybody I've talked to in the last 2 weeks on the phone at work. Are you guys going to EJS? Are you going to EJS? Oh, no.
It's not even that. It's hey, you want to come to EJS? I've gotten messages on Instagram from just people in the industry. Hey, you want to come to EJS and wheel with us? I'm like, yes, I do. But my wife is, as of today, we recorded this on Saturday the 12th.
Yeah.
My wife is 39 weeks and 3 days pregnant.
Yep.
She's like, you better have your phone on me. We're recording on we're recording on our extra phone. My phone is right here. I may leave in the middle of this episode.
We are on baby watch.
We are on baby watch. That being said, yes, it is EJS coming
Eastern
up.
Jeep Safari Concepts. Now, I will preface this. You have all the information. I just did a quick scan.
You're better at reading the information than I am, so I'm going to hand you the computer, actually.
Okay. I was going to say, I have not gone...
Don't drop that, please.
I have not gone into depth as far as what they did or didn't do this year.
Is that the Motor Trend site? I'll pull it up on my phone.
Yeah. So
there are some cool... I do really like some of the ones that they did.
I was going to say, my quick scan this year, I'm not as angry as I had been the last couple years where they just built some really crap stuff. We're using Motor Trend's website.
Yeah.
Shout out Motor Trend. Kind of, yeah.
Kind of shout out Motor Trend.
What's left of Motor Trend?
Yeah.
They have much better pictures in the car driver.
Yeah, they do. That's why I was going through it yesterday.
Yeah.
I really do like some of the concepts. Some of the concepts are horrible. One of the concepts are horrible, and I think I know you know exactly which one I'm talking about.
We'll keep it secret from people, but is it that one?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
So, did you read it?
Yeah.
So, I understand why it is what it is, and we'll get there. There's a little foreshadowing. I get why they did what they did.
They could have done it a lot better.
To me, they just phoned it in.
Yeah.
This was like the college intern that was there for the summer was like, this would be a good idea. And they were like, yeah, that works. That's cheap. It's easy. We'll do one of those.
Yeah.
Where the rest of them seem to be like kind of thought out and cool.
And then I have a favorite one, which we'll get to at some point. But
I have like I feel like you and I have the same favorite.
Probably. So let's start, Tom. How many vehicles did they do this year? I think it was
6.
It doesn't say in this article, does it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7.
Yeah.
And they're all Wrangler based.
Minus 2. Well, I guess one. Officially
Gladiators are Wrangler based.
I mean, no, but
yes. A Gladiator is just
they're completely different frames. And they have different rear suspension.
It's the same thing, Tom. A Gladiator is just a Wrangler with a bed.
You're saying like unlike the last couple of years that they did Grand Cherokees and Wagoneers. Okay. All right. Okay. It is a Wrangler or Gladiator, which I don't disagree. They're kind of the same thing, but they are different. Same but different.
Same but different.
But yeah, they simplified it, which I like.
They know where their target market is now. That last few years, they were trying to promote the Grand Wagoneer, which I get was a cool car if you're a super luxury, fancy, schmancy, wannabe
Wrong
guy.
Market for it.
I think they're realizing that the market isn't there. That when it comes to luxury off-roaders, they are way outclassed.
I think
the new Toyota, the new Lexus, the Grenadier, all in the same price category as the Grand Wagoneer.
I would argue all of those are cheaper than the Wagoneer.
Exactly. Well, that's my point. And they all outwheel it, they all outperform it, and they all outsell it.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they didn't show up this year.
I think the two factors that we got to look at are the new car market is going to be shifting and downsizing, I think, pretty heavily over the next 2 years.
China.
Yeah.
I still can't do it. China.
On a total tangent, but the Kill Tony Netflix special. I'm like halfway through it. I couldn't finish it last night, but Shane Gillis.
Oh, dude, he's so good.
That might be the best impression of anybody done by anybody ever.
The Elon one was shit. That was a shit impression.
Yeah, it was
Kyle
hilarious.
Dunnigan.
It was hilarious, but it wasn't as good as...
Are you a Kill Tony watcher?
Not.
That was a horrible Kill Tony episode.
Was it?
That was a horrible Kill Tony episode. It was good for Netflix, and they did all the things they wanted for Netflix. But like, if you go back and watch the previous week's one on YouTube, it was so fucking good.
I've seen. I don't watch it a lot. Like, I don't follow it hard, just because I can't sit, even though it's a minute, I can't sit through the people bombing.
Oh,
like which I know is like part of the comedy, but like after a couple people bombing, you're just like, all right, I'm over it, I'm bored. But anyway,
I would actually say the last 2 ones on YouTube for Kill Tony, fantastic comedy. Right. They're so good. Kill Tony is one of the things me and my wife bond over. Every week,
Carrie was laughing her ass off.
Every week we sit there and watch Kill Tony. Every week, and I'm like, it's one of the Patreons of YouTube I would actually subscribe to get that time. Yeah, but we don't, because it just comes out the next week on YouTube.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, speaking of YouTube, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube. We are growing. Tom is doing videos every 2 weeks.
That works.
I mean, that's pretty much what we've been doing. We missed a week, but I forced it with that shitty live stream from the shop.
Yeah.
That's why I did that, because I'm like, we don't have a video ready.
Yeah, that's fair.
This is a Friday, and we don't have a video ready, so we're going to live stream.
Then I do have the next couple like already started. Yeah. Because we had it all recorded, thankfully. You just have to... Yeah. The editing is the hard part.
And I've got content lined up for me, so when we get to the end of your content lineup, I have to film it and shoot it, obviously, but I've got my ideas for the future.
Well, I think too, like, now that we're into April, like March was an epic shit show from a scheduling standpoint, but April, May, and June are a little bit calmer, but still busy enough where we should have plenty of content.
Yeah.
So, anyway, side tangent over.
Back to Jeeps.
Back to the EJS concepts. We'll start right at the top here. The Jeep Convoy concept.
I like it.
I like it too. I am personally not typically a fan of the retrofit grill front end thing.
They did this one correctly though.
This one looks so much better than the year that they did the retro Gladiator front end with the small grill. Which
this is just the pig. This is like a variation of the pig nose Grand Cherokee.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, this is like Wagoneer J10, J20 style, but it's not the exact grill, which I like.
Yep. It's like a modern take,
and it fits it really well. I
agree.
Yeah, I like the double soft top thing. Like that's kind of a cool. I
didn't even notice that. Yeah, the soft top over the over the bed area.
It's very it's the military base. It's pretty cool. The other thing I liked about it is they didn't do anything so outrageous. It's like out of the realm of being built.
Correct. Yeah, I think all of the vehicles they did are stock Jeeps. It's 2.5 inches, 35s or 37s. I think for all across the board.
This one's 40s.
Oh well, that's also a stock Jeep now, unfortunately, which is wild.
No, but like you look at this and it's not some like crazy ridiculous thing.
I wouldn't be blown away.
Like it's a functional.
Like it's a true concept because I wouldn't be blown away to see that drive down the street and then see another one 10 miles later drive down the street.
Yeah, I'm curious now that they're out. Like
Jeep won't do that. As we've discussed in the past, Jeep is a dying brand.
But like Greg told us when he built the YJL for Quadratec, that JL grill with the square headlights.
Yeah.
That's being mass produced. If you want square headlights in your JL,
and I think it's made in America too.
Yeah, all the unofficial use stuff,
which is cool.
Only, but like that's just a bolt-in swap that you can do.
Yeah, I was wondering how that works because you have to change the headlights out, or does it fit around your circle headlights and just obscure the top and bottom of it?
I'm assuming he's got some sort of like adapter
retrofit headlight.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you put in a square headlight.
Put in a headlight bucket.
Yeah. Just change out the bucket or the JL headlights are designed a little different than the JK. You don't have like that
the true bucket.
Setup. So it's
because they're 9-inch, not 7-inch.
It's much easier.
They're a single unit that bolts in and out, opposed to like a headlight bulb that you can put in and put out.
Right.
Jeep had to make it difficult.
I would say the JL is more simple than the.
Well,
JK.
I'm saying from CJs to the 2018 JK, you could use the same headlight,
7-inch round headlight. Yeah. But now, like, you at least have like nice projector lights that actually work. Because like, number one complaint about a JK are the stock headlights are trash,
garbage.
So are the Morimoto headlights. That video is coming out. I promise you. I was editing it the other day. Do not buy the Morimoto Jeep headlights.
The best ones, do they still make them? Is the Pro Comp ones?
They are
so good.
Back. Unfortunately, Morimoto has bought Pro Comp. So I don't know what's going to change with those lights or not.
Hey, Diode Dynamics, we need you to make a 7-inch
KC. I put KCs in the shop Jeep for 24 hours, and like I did the mid-level KCs. They were like, I think they're $750 for the pair. Like they're the best headlights per dollar in my opinion.
Yeah.
And they do have a lower one.
If Diode made them, they'd be the best ones on the market.
They've talked. I mean, they make JL ones. The JL ones are amazing.
Because
I don't know if they're in a position to like work backwards.
Yeah, because they're still small.
Well, it's also really like the JK has a crazy like that 7-inch headlight market. Like, yeah, it's a ton of people, but it's also a ton of competition.
Yeah,
and like there's not really. I would argue there's not space for another $7,000 to $1,000 headlight in that market.
It's fair.
Like, because the KCs are really good. The JW speakers are really good. Like, if you want budget, you have the Pro Comp and Oracle and Morimoto, but don't buy the Morimotos. They're fucking
I'll be
trash.
interested to see. I didn't know that Pro Comp was bought by Morimoto. I'll be interested to see how this.
Well, Wheel Pros.
Oh, great.
Kept the rights to Pro Comp and Rubicon Express. I think No, Smittybilt went to ARB on that sale, but they Morimoto is like handling the production of the Pro Comp stuff, so it's probably just gonna be other
Chinese garbage.
Yeah, I mean it always was
China.
It was always Chinese garbage, but it was at least good Chinese garbage.
Now it's Chinese garbage that costs 120% more.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, the Jeep Convoy concept, pretty military based. I wish there were more pictures.
Yeah, I do too. I'm sure we'll get them.
Are we
we'll
just
get
early
them
on
from.
this?
Yeah, we'll get them from because all these pictures look like renderings too.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll get the pictures from people at EJS and like actual
Also true,
walkarounds
yeah.
and
Also
reviews there.
This color combo, right? Like it's not just silver and black. Like that. The fact that it's brown
and brown.
Oh, it's like a pewter and brown. Like it's a really good color combo.
It is. It's very military,
but crispy.
Crispy
It's
bacon.
crispy. Yeah, it's fresh. I like it.
Yeah, I didn't even notice the back
yeah
bed cover on there.
It looks like maybe they're running LP6s for headlights or some sort of custom headlight, which is cool. Like that's a cool bit.
Warren Winch in a factory bumper.
Yeah,
doesn't get better than that.
The more I look at it, the more I really like that grill.
And they look like the Rhino wheels.
Yeah, they're probably
because Rhino has that military 17-inch military wheel.
Yeah,
but like I said, it's not other than the hood, the grill, and the front fenders.
Yeah,
it's a Gladiator.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
Like if I could get that front clip, I would that would almost convince me to buy a Gladiator.
Yeah.
If I could get the front clip, do a Gladiator on 40s with that front clip, that would be a really
also the retro
nice
style soft top. If I could find one of those for the JK,
it'd be. Oh,
I think it'd be cool.
It'd be cool, but it'd be really like
it'd have to be garage kept. Yeah, because that will not take door tops.
No, definitely not. All right, yeah. I mean, like just simple, nice, clean. Nothing outrageous. Move on to the next one.
Let's do it.
You got are you on the bug out?
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
The Jeep bug out 4xe concept. Now, this is what kind of annoyed me the last 2 years, where they did everything 4xe.
Yeah.
Everything was a 4xe. It was all like they had like the Magneto and all those like the electrical themed names and crap. Like didn't do it for
me.
Well,
and the other thing that bugs me about this is this has been done before. Fred and Dave did this. It wasn't a 4xe. Yeah, the first JL build they did was they filled in the back two doors. It was the JT or JL1.
I mean, that's been getting done forever though. Like that's technically like the J8 is the same basic concept, right? Like doing a 2-door long wheelbase is like that's not a new idea. That's even before Fred and Dave. Like, yeah. And now I don't disagree with you. To me, it doesn't work that well on JL proportions.
I think the only thing that's unique about this is the hard top and the color combination. I feel like there's some details we're missing because they're just not. Yeah, I think we did hit this early. I agree.
I felt like there was a little bit more from a information standpoint that was on Car and Driver.
I do think that, I mean, Jeep is obviously, and they should, leaning into the 4xe heavy. It's the best-selling hybrid full-size vehicle.
Sure.
Is it not? I thought they still held that title.
Best-selling and best are two different things.
Yeah, best-selling, yes.
Just because you gave out tax credit and lowered the price and the lease incentives were so high that it made it the most affordable Wrangler. Like, you could argue it didn't sell because people wanted them. It sold because that's what people could afford.
Yeah.
Which is how you make things the best selling.
I didn't realize it was better than with tax incentives. It was priced better than
I know people
like a Sport.
We had customers who got 4xes as leases for $299 a month.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
That's why it's the best selling. Now,
then you just buy it your lease when you're done.
Yeah. The problem was when you leased a 4xe for $299 a month. 2 years later, it either caught fire or was recalled, and people traded them in,
sold,
and got rid of them entirely.
Sold.
Like that's the thing is like
because you get your money back from insurance and you're good to go. Is that how that works on leases? If you total your car,
you get if you're lucky, the insurance covers the buyout of the lease, and so you don't actually pocket any money.
Damn.
Like if the car like even if you owe if you buy the car and you owe on it and it gets totaled, like you got to pay the bank off before you can keep any money. It's the same concept when you lease it. The bank still owns it. Yeah, there are definitely more pictures on Car and Driver. I'm going to switch.
All right, we'll go to Car and Driver.
Sorry, Motor Trend, but you still suck.
We still hate you. Oh, yeah, right off the bat. Right off the get. Are we in the same order, too? We are in the same order.
Sweet.
Jeep Bug Out. The Bug Out is Jeep Wrangler's 4xe 4-door body.
Every time I see pictures of Moab, I'm just like, I want to go.
I know.
Like
I told my wife, I'm like, if we're in a spot next year to go to Moab for EJS, I don't really want to go for EJS. I want to do like we did before, just because I don't want to deal with the crowds.
I want to do both, which I know is really selfish. I want to go to EJS and hang out with people. Like I would go to EJS without my Jeep. That'd be the would be the only way I would go to Moab without my Jeep would be for EJS.
Yeah,
and just ride with somebody or borrow a Jeep, like
hang out. Yeah,
yeah. But if I to wheel. I would go every weekend.
Yeah.
Every
other weekend.
I was talking to, I had to order some gears from Revolution. I was talking to Brandon, and he's like, you guys going to EJS? And I was like, no. He's like, oh, that sucks. He's like, yeah, I just finished packing my truck up. Like, I'm leaving in a couple hours. And I'm like, how long is the drive for you? He's like, oh, it's like 10 hours. I'll straight shot that. And I was like, yeah, we straight shot it last year.
You son of a bitch.
we straight shot it last year. He's like, oh. He's like, what's that drive for you? It's like 40 hours. He goes, holy shit. And you straight shotted it? I was like, well, we rotated drivers. It was a bad decision. We survived.
Won't do it again.
We'll take our time next time we go. But yeah. It's the only. I was like, the only reason I'm not going is because it's 40 hours.
Yeah. We can piss people off when we go for EJS next year. We'll drive the Lexus just for EJS, just to be comfortable and like do the overlanding trails.
Can we like zip tie a Jeep grill to the front of it?
Whatever you want.
See if Greg will get us one of the YJL grills and we can just zip tie it. I identify as a Jeep.
All right, what's the next one, Tom? Do we have anything special to say about this? 18-inch wheels, that's unique.
The thing I like this year that I feel like they didn't do last year is they seem to actually be beating the crap out of these and using them.
Okay.
Right? Like these are actual pictures out on the trail where like last year they just kind of like staged everything.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're beating the crap out of them, but they took the pictures
picture
on
of the
trail.
Bug Out looks like it's ripping a shitty.
Okay, fair. It's in two-wheel drive in sand.
I do like the tailgate that they put on the Bug Out.
Yeah, it's a drop-down tailgate opposed to swing out.
I think the D-pillar thing they got going on is very awkward. I mean, I know it's a concept, so like it is what it is, but I don't know. It doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the drop-down tailgate's a nice retro throwback.
Yeah.
I think the drop-down tailgates are cool, and
I would love to see that come into production.
But if you're doing the tire on the bumper, you can't do a drop-down bumper with the tire on the back of it for a Wrangler-style vehicle. Because you can't. I guess you'd have to do a swing out and then a drop-down.
You could do that.
Like the old CJs.
Yeah.
Did the YJ was a door style hinge.
But yeah, YJ was door style. Yep. Yeah, I mean overall. Oh wait, well that's a fun fact. There's attachment points for a sleeping hammock in the back.
Ooh.
LED custom hood. Rear tube bumper, 37s.
It seems like they're more with the sleeping hammock. They're more in tune with what's going on in the industry because that was something Marvin Marvin did on one of his trips.
They did
hammock,
that like overlanding thing. Yeah.
Then they did hammock camping and they just hung them between Jeeps and lightweight.
I would argue too, and not in a bad way. There's an absence of like hardcore overland.
Yeah.
Like they're just doing simple Jeeps, like simple concepts.
Well, and the hardcore overland last year was the Grand Wagoneer.
Yeah,
that was their hardcore overlander,
which they double dipped on because they just took that same Jeep and
rewrapped
it for
and then put different
2 years in a row.
Rewrapped the outside with vinyl and rewrapped the seats.
No,
in the
seats were identical.
Were they?
That was what gave it away. You don't remember that?
I thought it was a different plaid on the seats. I couldn't remember.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, go back 52 episodes.
Fair.
And find me ranting and raving about how shitty the concepts were.
And I think we discovered that on air. That it was the same one.
Yeah. But yeah, no, overall, I mean, it's good. It's, if I'm honest, it's the bottom of the list for me.
Yeah.
Like, there's one other that might rank it worse. But when you look at why that one is the way it is, you understand. And to me, that puts it one step above this one.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. Now, the next one, the Jeep Rewind.
Is that your favorite?
Yeah.
I knew it. That's also my favorite.
Yeah.
Because it's perfect.
Yeah. It's the homage to the bullet hole steelies.
Yeah.
The color combo. Like, the nice touch of gold in the grill.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's one thing that got me about my JK is a lot of the JKs have the solid color grill.
Yeah.
The Saharas have the silver inserts in the grill.
Yep.
They also did the same thing with this, with the silver inserts in the grill. They didn't do the actually, I guess it is the same new grill, but you can only tell that because of the little black spot under the headlight.
Yeah. But I just, like...
It's a good looking vehicle.
You know what the irony is? It's the most stock.
Yeah.
Right? It's
KC lights on the bumper with the KCs in them.
I love the fact that they're just the rounds with the KC rock covers. Like, it's just I could see us building this Jeep.
Oh yeah, and I could daily drive that Jeep.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. The graphics are perfect. We're not really that old, but do you notice the one detail on the interior? Are you on the Car and Driver one?
Yes. The phone.
The old school car phone. Now, the nice thing is, thanks to the internet, we know our analytics.
And I have my car phone.
People who listen to this podcast know exactly what I'm talking about when I say a car phone. And that like, to me, that's thought out, right? Like, somebody was building this, was like, we need to do like 80s. What's super 80s? I'll put a car phone in it.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. I wonder if it's functional.
I never owned. It probably is. It's probably just a cell phone that's wrapped in a phone body.
I don't know. That looks like a legit car phone. Because I remember my dad having one. I remember riding with my dad because my dad was a salesman, so like he had a work car phone.
Yeah.
And you only called the car phone for emergencies. Like, that was like a number that was like listed.
We were never a car phone family. Yeah. My dad drove the CJ7 and a Ford, like a '94 Ford Explorer.
Yeah. Yeah, I really dig this thing. It's a nice touch.
Yeah, it's damn near perfect. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like the stock plus that I want to go for on my Jeep. It's
yeah, but it's not like it's the stock plus, but it's also like it's enough custom that you know it's like those gold accents, right?
And the accents in the wheels match the accents in the grill.
So good.
Match the tow hooks.
Yeah,
like it's I agree. This is the ultimate concept Jeep. They should produce this and put it on a lot tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, I think people would buy it.
And
with the car phone.
The white girls would buy it. Yeah. Also, I would buy it.
I would buy it, yeah.
Like, I wouldn't buy a new Jeep, but I would buy that new Jeep.
I think the only thing to me that would make this better is if it was white wheels. If it had white, like
and if
gloss white wheel.
If they produced it and it only came in the two-door, it would have to only come in the two-door.
Yeah. Here's a wild thought. Greg's YJL grill on that setup.
Greg.
We don't have the Jeep yet, but
just call Jeep and tell them to put a YJL grill on it.
Yeah, he definitely has somebody's phone number who has that power. Yeah, I know. I like it. I think they did a great job with that one.
Yeah.
All right. So this one I think is going to be the most conversational. The 4xe blueprint.
Oof. I think we just pass over it and not talk about it because it doesn't deserve it.
It might be the ugliest thing they built
in years.
But here,
and I'm talking about the Renegade 2. This is uglier than a Renegade.
But here's what you have to factor into it, and you understand it when you look at it, right? So like, the wheels are different left and right. The doors are different left and right. So they built this specifically to highlight all of the Mopar performance parts that you can buy directly from Jeep. Okay. So the idea is this Jeep essentially is available directly from the dealer, and anything that is available from Mopar directly
has a QR code on it.
But that's why it's blue. All of the parts that are available are painted Mopar blue.
Yeah.
So they didn't do it because they thought black and blue looked good. They did it specifically to highlight the parts they're selling.
They could have done it differently, though, and not make it hideous. Just a different color. They could have just chosen a different color.
Right. Again, I'm not saying I disagree with you. I think the bug out is worse. Personally, I don't think it's...
Oh, no, this is absolutely worse.
See, I understand the concept of it, so I get why they did
Let
what they
us know
did.
what you think in the comments. Is the bug out worse?
It is definitely hideous.
Or is the blueprint worse?
Yeah.
I wonder if they did the same thing underneath with blue suspension components.
It does kind of look like it. There's only 2 pictures here, but like there does seem to be some blue peeking out from underneath.
Yeah, it does.
Now, the overall concept, the fact that there's more and more Mopar parts available for it is pretty cool.
Dealer upfitting has been getting more and more popular over the years. I mean, with the big 3, I mean, Chevy does it, Ford does it.
I mean, they're none of it's groundbreaking. It looks like it seats, the snorkel, wheel options.
I don't know why the seats are blue. Can you get aftermarket seats?
I think they do have like an upgraded seat now. Hugs you a little more probably.
Give me a good hug.
Like it looks like the sunshade, the tube doors, like it's all your basic stuff, and like again, it's cool.
The windshield wipers are blue.
Why?
I don't know. Did you see that they're blue though? Can you zoom in that far?
Yeah, they are.
You can get A-pillar lights, I guess, from Jeep.
They lost me. They lost me. The motto: "Go sick."
Go sick? Like ill? Gross.
I don't know.
I do like Tyree lights. Is Tyree lights?
Yeah.
They're making a big OE push.
Yeah. They're kind of new to the game. I have not got my hand on a set yet, but I've heard good things.
Yeah, I know Greg talked really good about them. He said he wanted an 80-inch light bar for his Hummer, and I'm like,
sure. Yeah, that's kind of badass.
That's kind of badass. Then he talked about how you don't actually put lights above the hood because they glare, they make your sight worse. And I'm like, oh, I kind of knew that, but I never heard anybody else say it.
Yeah, but it also, like he said, looks so good.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I know exactly what I want to do from a light bar standpoint, and I know it's impractical, but damn, is it going to look good when I do it.
Yeah, I have the same thing for the Jeep and for the Lexus on how I want to put lights on it. Both of them have lights above the headlights. Just A-pillar lights.
Oh, not like actually above the headlights, like just higher.
Just higher, yeah.
When you said above the headlights, I'm like, you're just gonna mount
that's
two
how,
lights on your hood, like
that's how Virginia
ridiculous.
State. That's how Virginia State code reads. There's no lights above the headlights.
All right.
Mounted above the headlights. Sorry, Tom.
Gross.
All
right, so the Rubicon Sun Chaser is the next one. Dig it.
Second favorite.
Oh, second. Top 3 for me. Top 3.
See, this is another one that's stock dealer stock plus, but I 100% would drive every day.
Yeah, and
when I say every day, I mean on the weekends because we're smarter than driving Wranglers every day.
Yep.
Don't get us wrong. We will not drive a Wrangler every day of the week.
Yeah, I did that for a while. It gets expensive. But yeah, and it's like
I drive a V8 Lexus opposed to my Wrangler. Yeah. Fuel mileage is worth comfortable is better.
Yeah. I'd be curious to see more about this pivoting light bar thing that they're talking about. That it's got.
Read into that a little bit. Where's that at?
Roof storage rack that's loaded with goodies. Woo! I always find it funny to read articles written by non-Jeep people and like the things that stick out to them. But anyway, the other thing that this is
it's just Rome boxes on a high lift jack.
Yeah,
and mat tracks.
This is a quote from Car
Sorry,
Driver.
Max Tracks, not Matt Tracks.
The other thing that has me curious is the Mopar Illuminati off-road pivoting light bar, deemed an accessory concept, but looking good to me. It has 6 light pods. They seem to keep clear of the Freedom panels. That is from Car Driver.
Yeah, I also like the
looking at it. It's got like. It's like 2 pods. I don't know if they.
I imagine they just go up and down. It doesn't look like they're gonna pivot like this.
Yeah, which like I mean, like that's kind of been a thing in the Baja world of having the light bars like stow away for.
I don't think they stow. I think they just like you can change the angle at which they.
That's why I'm saying I'm curious.
Yeah, but also the other thing I like is look closely at that roof rack. Who in the OE world makes a roof rack just like that right now with on all of their overland vehicles?
The faux runner,
baby.
Faux runner.
That is a 4Runner roof.
That is a turd 4Runner roof.
That is 100% a 4Runner roof rack bolted onto the top of that thing. I like how they bolted it.
No, I mean it's definitely different, but
it's basically the same. I also like how they bolted it through the roof.
Yep.
So it's a non-removable. I mean, I guess it's a removable hardtop. It's pretty much a non-removable hardtop.
I'd be very curious to see how that's actually mounted inside there. Like, did they do something similar to the backbone, like the Rhino Rack backbone system? Like, is it straight down to the roll bar? Like, because the JL roll bar is laid out a little different than the JK. Like, to me, it looks like it might go down to the roll bar, which would make it a non-removable
kind of like the front runner one.
Yeah, but it is also clear the Freedom panels, like, so
yeah,
it
looks. It looks because Front Runner does have a back half.
Yeah,
Front Runner has a back half.
Most of the Jeep ones do. Yeah, I like the window storage boxes, like all your normal stuff. Like
that'd be a fun weekend overlander vehicle.
Yep.
And the next two are just copies of stuff they've done in the past.
Yeah,
I think that's a pretty easy claim.
Yeah, I think yes, 100%. The high top honcho.
It's literally they had it last year.
Yeah,
was the honcho.
Yeah,
the throwback.
I'm a sucker for the throwback.
Yeah,
and I'm a sucker
I'm not saying that it's
on 40s.
I'm not saying it's not cool. I'm saying they literally just put a different wrap on it again.
Yeah, it's geared with Dana 60s, 40s.
Again, it's got
they did the AccuAir adjustable air suspension on that. So that's kind of a neat little touch. That's a really cool kit. If you guys aren't familiar, AccuAir makes a air lift kit that goes from 2 inches below stock ride height up to 4 inches above. So you can adjust your height as needed. So like in our part of the world,
when
like
grandma's getting in the parking lot,
or if you have to get into a parking garage at work,
and grandma has to
you
get
still
in.
want 37s and a good weekend warrior, and I mean it's air, so it's
air has 100% proven itself.
Yeah,
as I know you were iffy about air. We started to see Dirthead Dave do it. We've started to see other manufacturers do it. We've talked to AccuAir a bunch. Like
Freddie and I went on an ADD.
Oh no, you and Freddie going ADD on something? God forbid.
On an ADD like build idea, and the problem with Freddie's ADD is like it's action based.
Well, and he also doesn't have a car payment he can usually afford to do his ADD bad ideas.
Well, yeah, so like I pitched the idea, it snowballed, and then he's like, I already talked to so and like they said, well, like, as long as I'm involved in it, we can use my sponsor code, and I'm like, oh shit, we're gonna actually have to do this now because like Freddie's much better at executing the ADD ideas.
He is.
So
that's why I need to get
that. May be coming at some point towards the end of this year.
The text that I just sent our group chat, I've got to send in the group chat with Freddie to maybe get him involved, so that way other people will be interested in. Is the wheeling trip the early summer wheeling trip?
I have info on one. I'm not going to put it out publicly, but we'll talk.
Off air, off air with Freddie.
Off air with Freddie.
The next two are just cool concepts.
Yeah, I mean, like
not even concepts. They've
the two-door Gladiator or the J6 or the whatever you want to call it should have been built.
It should have been built.
I'm kind of with Car and Driver. Like, did they bring this concept back because they're thinking about
if they do a 1 year run of it? I will sell the Lexus. I guess I can't sell the Lexus because I need to put a kid in a car.
I'll sell both of my kidneys. I would sell the shop Jeep and start over and run this as a shop truck.
Yeah.
Like, this is a parts runner.
It's a full 6 foot bed.
Awesome.
It's
it's 118 inch wheelbase, so it's JK 4-door wheelbase, but with a 2-door pickup. Like I know it's been done, and every time I see it, I love it. And the color combo on this one is perfect.
Yeah.
White, gold rims, the blue stripes. It's perfectly retro. I love my only thing I would change is I would do bigger lights on the roll bar.
Yeah, I would do bigger lights and evenly spaced lights.
Yeah.
Like the KC daylighters with the rock guards.
And do like 6 of them. Like
I'm four. I'm a 4.
You do 4?
Yeah, I'm a 4 light guy.
Yeah. They're Tyrees.
Yeah. Why would they not be Tyrees? I really have to look into them and figure out what's going on with Tyree because they've been popping up everywhere. And I feel like they came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
In the last 2 years, I've been seeing the name.
I would actually be curious to know what their history is. I wonder if it's like somebody who's been in the industry for a while that is now around, like changed jobs or something. I don't know. Either way, I like this. This rounds out my top 3.
Okay.
I'm in between.
Yeah. I'll say that rounds up my top 3.
Yeah, I'm in between the J6 and the Sun Chaser being 2 or 3. The retro is
Rewind is number 1.
Yeah. Rewind. Sorry.
The Sun Chaser's number 2.
Okay.
And then the J6 Honcho.
I think the Honcho might be number 2 for me.
For dailies though, I'm choosing the
Sun Chaser,
the Sun Chaser or the Rewind.
Yeah.
I don't know how the Rewind would look with a top on it. I don't know how I would do a top on it.
You wouldn't.
But you'd have to. Around here, East Coast, you got to put a top on it.
That's fair.
Do you do a color matched purple? Do you do a black? Or do you do
Spice? I think a Spice top would look kind of good.
It would look good.
I think they also should have done a sport cage. They should have redone the cage to be a sport cage.
But either way, let us know what you guys think is your favorite. Let us know which one you hate the most. What else, Tom? What else should they let us know? Drop it in the comments below.
Yeah. And check out DirtNerdsOffroad.com for all things Dirt Nerds, Off-Road, DirtNerds Motors, Dirt Drive Podcast. All of our
partner links are listed below.
Support them.
Let us know what you think Jeep should do next year for their concepts. Not that we have any influence with Jeep, but it'd be kind of cool to say, hey, yeah, you're right. We've seen this before.
We don't have any influence with Jeep yet.
We're getting close. We know the guys. We are getting close. But, yeah, let us know what you think would be cool to see in the future from them. They do a lot of the same stuff. I think there was a bunch of unique stuff this year. Yeah. Obviously, the throwbacks are always great. The Rewind was the best throwback.
Yep.
The J6 Honcho we've seen, but it's always
this is my favorite version of the two-door Gladiator, Honcho, J6, whatever you want to call it. This is my favorite version they've done of
by far. But let us know what you guys think. Drop a comment below. Follow us every social, Dirt Nerds Motors, Dirt Drive Podcast, Dirt Nerds Off-Road, PJ Pomada Photography. He's not here, but we'll always give him a shout out.
Yep.
And check out our YouTube on Friday to see what we're doing next and what we're going to keep doing. Tom's thinking because he's got to put out a video in a few days. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening, and we will frickin' see you next week.